all know the story of Jesus Christ. He claimed to be the Son of God, preached to love thy neighbor, and was crucified on the cross for blasphemy, only to return 3 days later and ascended into heaven, yada yada yada, who cares? But what about the story of the real Jesus? Or how other religions interpret Jesus? Well, that's what I'm gonna discuss today. Jesus in the context of history. And other texts. A majority of scholars agree that Jesus was an actual man that existed, though his name wasn't actually Jesus. In Hebrew, his name was Yeshua. That means Joshua. How did we go from Yeshua to Joshua to Jesus? In short, translations were weird. It's also fairly known that Jesus didn't look like this, but like this. As Christianity spread through Europe, Jesus began to look more like a European, which is quite contradictory because a majority of the Bible takes place in the Middle East, if not all of it. Just a bunch of Middle Eastern dudes running around, minding their own business, and some white guy comes along and tries to tell you what to do with your life. Sounds a lot like a lot of ministers today, I know. Jesus was estimated to have been born around 4 BC. I know. It's weird that his estimated birth year was in before Christ, but that's why I like to say BCE. Though it's unlikely that he claimed to be the Son of God, or was divine at all. But he still was a Jewish preacher around the time when the Jewish people were under Roman rule, making his movement all the more impactful. He never intended to create a whole new religion. That only sparked after his death, and he was given the title Christ, meaning the Anointed One. Just like how Jesus never claimed to be the Messiah, Jewish people don't really acknowledge Jesus. I mean, they acknowledge that he existed, but they don't really talk about him. The Torah, or the Jewish text, is what we know as the Old Testament, an era long before Jesus existed. Because Jewish people don't believe in the New Testament, they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah, predicted in the Old Testament. To them, Jesus was a normal person, a preacher, a carpenter, some random peasant that taught life lessons. What wasn't this guy? It's most likely that Jesus' followers were so moved by his teachings that they just wanted to spread the word to other people. And then many ear whispers later, people got the story wrong and misheard Jesus being the Son of God, and it spread so much that it would have been too awkward to try and make the correction, and now it's just gone way too out of hand. Now that we have the Torah out of the way, what about the Quran? What does Islam have to say about Jesus? After all, the Quran is a continuation of the Old Testament, so is the Book of Mormon, but we don't really want to talk about that, do we? Well, they believe in Jesus too. Not in the weird way, though. Though the Quran states that Jesus was the Messiah, it also claims that he never claimed divinity. They also don't believe that he was the Son of God. Well, that seems fair enough. Oh wait, but they also believe that he ascended into heaven. And not like the same way in the Bible. Seriously, if you go to the Wikipedia page on Jesus and Islam, it says that he disappeared in 4 BC, coincidentally around the same time that he was supposedly crucified. Some even deny that he was even crucified at all, that he just was lifted into heaven, like physically lifted, like a cow being lifted in the slaughterhouse. However, we actually get a description of what Jesus looked like. That's right, the Bible never states how Jesus looked like. So God knows what the hell this dude actually looked like for so long. So how does the Quran describe Jesus? Oh. Just some normal, slightly more built guy. But hey, he has long hair. Good enough for me! Jesus is mine now. He's part of my religion. Tanokoism. There. This is my Bible. Or my Tanoko. This is my version of the Bible. You can also get it as an ebook. Also, Jesus wasn't from Nazareth. He was from Missouri. And he looked like this. That's a guy that I would worship.